Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, you know the voice, you know the guy. It's me, really real, villain well, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Apologies, I'm a little reeling from watching excuse me. Look, see, I can't even talk. That's how you know I'm a little reeling. Watch Swerve Strickland get robbed of the AEW championship yet again. What else is going on? Man, I mean, everything that could have possibly went wrong on Sunday went possibly wrong on Sunday. And what was actually like a really, really good week turned really, really sour towards the end of the weekend. Uh, Sucks, man. Sucks, man. It's easy to see a tide turn. So, it's a lot of things to recap here. Very, very long list. Texas, South Carolina under 124.5. Nope. UCLA. Yeah, the whole Final Four for me was just bad for in women's college basketball. So we had a little bit of a run going, and it came to a screeching halt. Honestly, in a championship game too, with South Carolina losing. I just didn't make that official, but yeah, man, very, very unfortunate end to college basketball here, at least on the women's side. The men's side, however, finished pretty strong. Florida laying 2.5 cash. We have Houston in the first half. That didn't hit, but Houston came through for us on the full game, plus 5.5, and that comeback win against Duke on the money line. Exactly. Perfect how I drew it up. Exactly how I drew it up. Love it there. And then in NBA, it was a hot start to the week, and then it came to a screeching halt. We did get the Mavericks and the Clippers game to go under 224.5 on Friday. Jalen Green did go over. He had 5 assists in that game. That was brutal. Like, that was annoying, but that was uncharacteristic for the Rockets to beat an OKC team that had been pretty dominant against them. And then it was also uncharacteristic for the Mavericks team total on the second leg of a back-to-back not to hit. That was the gambling guys that said, you know what, this was too good over the course of the season. We're going to make sure the last one doesn't hit for you. So that was annoying. And that's how you know that sometimes what you're doing is right, but you just may have an off night. Like all trends lose eventually. Like there's not, a perfect trend. You see the Dallas Mavericks trend ended. Like there's not a perfect trend. Everything ends eventually. And so you just got to stay the course. And I mean, if you had been betting that with us for the duration that we've been betting it, then you're up plenty, of units on it. So it sucked, but it is what it is, and that's what it felt like it was for over the course of the weekend. A lot of trends that I played that just didn't go right for me. That Mavs team total over trend didn't go right for me. SGA hadn't had back-to-back games of less than 30 points since November 15th. He had a set of back-to-back games in February where he scored less than 30. However, that was the game that was before the All-Star break and the game after the All-Star break. He had not had back-to-back games since the beginning of the season when everybody's kind of starting to get into the rhythm. And then they get blown out by the Lakers, and he has 26 points and doesn't play the end of the game, and so he doesn't go over. So that sucks. Nuggets had a 62% trend of a team that lost 3 straight, playing a team that it won 3 straight at home as a favorite. Really, really good trend of a team that is going down, now favored in the game, get up spot, all of that. Look good. Look like a really, really good spot for the Nuggets to beat a Pacers team that you guys know I'm down on. No, absolutely not. In fact, they lost the game outright. Same thing for the Warriors, who have been dominant over the Rockets. So it was just really, really frustrating. Really, really frustrating into the week here. A lot of L's. I saw a lot of progress in the account, and there's still progress in the account. It's not like the week was a loss, but there's not as much progress as I saw in the beginning of the week, and that is disheartening. However, I have 2 more plays to add to you for Monday. Play in the national championship. I got to play in the NBA. And then we're going to start a whole new great week. So let's get into it. But first, let me talk to you about the Daily Juice podcast. And I don't have to talk to you as somebody who's colleagues with Matt now, working at Betting Pros. I can talk to you as a listener because that's what I was before I started working for Betting Pros. I was a listener of the Daily Juice podcast. I'm still a listener. And so I every day going to work in the military, I drove. Well, at one point, I was driving 50 minutes to work every day. Then I made it a little closer, and it was 30. I was listening to the Daily Juice podcast every single day. So I'm speaking from experience. Tune in, lock in. It's great time, great community, all of that. Let's go. Go listen over there. Give them a listen. Give them a subscribe. Give them a like. Give them a comment. All of that stuff over there at the Daily Juice Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. All right. How should I start this? Should I just go ahead and, let's just go ahead and get you know what I'm betting in the national championship game. I'm betting Houston first half. Now, I do have, a little bit of a sprinkle on futures on both of these two teams. So I'm raking in money regardless of the outcome. But me, I'm degenerate. I'm still betting the game and I'm still taking Houston in the first half because Houston, I know, can lock down in the first half. And Florida, now granted, both of these two teams, not as much Houston, but both of these two teams had to face some adversity getting to this game. Florida's been comeback kids. Florida has really been getting it done in the second half. They were down, what was it, 48-36 at half to Auburn and came back in that second half. It might have been a little closer than that. I may be giving them a couple extra points here or there. But for the most part, they were playing. I think it was actually an 8 point. I think it might have been an 8 point deficit. Might have. I don't know. I can't remember. Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that Florida's has been down at half multiple times over this tournament. They've been able to bounce back. Houston has been really, really good to the first half. I always talk to you about first half. We only missed it in the Purdue game and now the Duke game. Not this one. Not this one. We get together. Kevin Sampson is ready for this moment. He's been waiting for this moment. He's got the best team. I think that they're going to come out and they're going to punch Florida in the mouth. And then that second half is where things are going to get close. If I am wrong, and I've been wrong before, and that's perfectly fine, this is how I'm also tackling the game. Regardless of what happens in the first half, if I get a run that puts Houston up by double digits, or I get a run that puts Florida up by double digits, if I can get anywhere within two possessions on the spread live on either side, I am taking it because I think at the end of it, both of these two teams, as we've seen them battle through adversity, battle through deficits, battle through all of this, have been able to make games close at halftime and make it within a possession or even more. Florida has actually found a way to cover some of these games and get the win. I think that if I feel good if I have points on either side of this. So I'm just looking to kind of green up the situation here. So if I can get a live number of Houston +6 in the first half or Florida +6 in the first half, I'm taking it. And so that's how I'm looking at this. A little bit more live betting opportunities. But of course, I had to give out my Houston first half bet. All right, let's dilly dally over to the NBA, which is secondary on this Monday because they have two games and only two games on the slate. I have one play for you that's going to be courtesy of Bet365. Shout out to Bet365 for getting the numbers and all of this early, helping me be able to help decipher what I wanted to do here. So make sure you go and use that promo code bettingpros.com/bet365. I'm gonna throw that on the screen for the people. That's bettingpros.com/bet365. Bet $5, give you 150 in bonus bucks instantly over there at Bet365. So make sure you do that. Bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets. All right. So the play that I want to make, we have the Pistons laying 7.5 against the Sacramento Kings. They're in Detroit. 230 and a half is total. Cleveland just took a nasty L to the Kings today as 10-point favorites at home. Kings, I think, are riding high. You have the Pistons, on the other hand, who played the Raptors, secured the first playoff berth for the Pistons in Detroit since 2019, I want to say. And then they immediately let down against the Grizzlies. I really should have gave out that Grizzlies play. I'm sorry about you. Immediate letdown spot afterwards. This is where you jump back in on the Pistons and you get them in a good spot playing Kings team on a back-to-back, who have been horrible on a back-to-back this season. Over the course of the season, the Sacramento Kings are, there we go, 3-12 ATS on the second half of back to back. You look at the opponent team total, and they are 13-2 to the over of the opponent's team total. That's where I'm going to play this today. I do like the spread play. So if you want to play Detroit lay 7.5, or you want to look towards Detroit, or you want to be safe in a Detroit money line play, the Kings have been horrible in the second leg of back to back all season. I'm playing this with the team total. I'm getting the team total at 118.5. You guys know me. I do not like the defense of the Sacramento Kings. I think that is drastically overrated, and I am not letting that at all blind me from the fact, or the Cleveland win blind me from the fact that they just lost a game to the Washington Wizards. They lost to an Indiana Pacers team that I'm not high on. They allowed an Orlando Magic team that doesn't like to run the score up on anybody to score 121 points. These are all little itty bits right there that are showing me, a look, listen, this Kings team is not for real. You don't want to trust them night in, night out. They just got a huge win against the Cleveland Cavaliers, number one place team in the league. I think this is an opportunity for the Detroit Pistons get back spot after letting down against the Grizzlies, after clinching the playoff berth, and they continue to ride high here. So I'm going to take the Detroit Pistons team total over 118.5. I do like the spread play as well. So if you want to do that, you can play that as well. I like both of those plays, but I'm giving out the team total. So those are the two plays that I'm going to give out in fast break bets for Monday. No player prop, only two games, not really much to dig through. Didn't really like anything off rip. Maybe we'll add one later on in the day via social media play, but I won't force it. It's a 2-game slate, and it was a rough weekend. So I would be okay if we, one, collect the cash that we're going to collect in the national championship, hopefully get some more, and then hopefully get a nice play fading the Kings and backing the Pistons, who I actually like this year. So there we go. Pistons team total over 118.5. Houston first half money line. All right, let's do it at really real __. Make sure you give me a follow on X at BettingPros on X, and TikTok at BettingPros NFL, on Instagram and YouTube.com/BettingPros, where you can like, subscribe, comment, all of that. Have a chance to win a nice, sweet Robert Ory jersey at the end of the month. Super easy. Just subscribe, comment on the video. That's all you got to do, and you can get a Robert Ory signed jersey. Robert Ory was at the Lakers game over the course of the weekend. Thought it was cool seeing him on the screen and thinking, oh, I got a signed jersey that I'm just giving away. I hope, we don't give it away and I can keep it, but I'm sure somebody out there is very deserving. All you have to do is comment over there on youtube.com/betting pros. Get to the Fast Break Bets channel. All right. That is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna end like this. We are out of here.